What's up, T3? What's up, everybody? Still shooting that CZ. It's kind of chilly out here today, so I've got my gloves on. Full metal jackets first, and I'll try some hollow points. You need to try some defensive loads in your pistols just to make sure they're running well. That one, and the next one too, it's at 50 yards, but it's smaller. And the other one is about half the distance, maybe a little more, about 30 yards. So we'll start with the ones at 30. It feels so good. It just drives straight back instead of kicking back and up. It just seems to like just nestle in your hand. Let's try the big one at 50. And just quick shots at 50, no problem. What about the little guy? About half the size. Uh-oh, no joy. No joy. So I might be pulling it left or right. I wouldn't think I'd be going that far now. Going that far now. This is something that's come up in some reviews I've seen on it, that when you put a loaded mag in, it automatically sends that slide home. Now, that's not something I want to depend on, but it is nice when it happens. Some people kind of power load it, what I call power loading it. That means I will place my thumb on the slide release as I slam the mag, so that as it slammed the mag, it will release it. But if you put any pressure on that slide release before that mag's home, you're going to send it forward and you're not going to have a round in chamber. Whew. Let's see if I can stretch out. Get a little bit lower. I was aiming at his shoulder, got down to the bottom. I can't really tell you where I'm hitting because it's kind of dark. That is hollow points. Tried to hit that plate. First time I went up high, the next time I dropped down a little low. I hit it, but it didn't swing all the way around. My steel targets, Heath, you got to redo my steel target. I have to get my sunglasses up so I can see. I'm gonna see if I can hit that cross. And trying to get a good group, show you what this gun will actually do. This is about 10 yards. And this gun, it's impressive in this aspect because of the lighter trigger. This thing is able to just group them up real nice. It's getting kind of dusky on me and I'm having trouble seeing the center of that cross, but I mean, you know, I'm stringing them up and down just a little bit. That shows you the potential of this pistol. I mean, when you can gather them up like that, man, that thing ought to one-hole them with somebody who can really shoot. That's impressive. Gotten better groups than that, but of course, when I get on camera, I guess I get a little stage fright. What's up, T3? What's up, everybody? What do you think about the flat build hat? Let me tell you about my fantasy football team. Just kidding, Tyler. I love you, buddy. Anyway, had a little family emergency. I apologize. It's taking me a while to get this video out. I've had several people that know that it was in the works and kind of waiting to see it, and I wasn't trying to stretch it out, but we had a death in the family. I had to make a trip over to Mexico. All that's behind us for right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bummed for a little while, but I'm back up and running. Man, this pistol is so nice that a lot of people were expecting me to say, you know, this is gonna be the Glock, and I just want to explain that right now, because I can take a Glock. I've got all the parts right in that room right there, and I can put all the parts I need to rebuild that pistol in a toothbrush holder. Okay, I've got years of experience with a Glock. You know, I've taken it to SWAT school. I've taken it, you know, I've kicked well over 100 doors with a Glock. So you have to understand that, you know, it's going to have to be years and years and years of training, being able to get parts very easily for it. As a system, the Glock is just, you know, way above everything else for me, because you know, everything interchanges. Even when I got my new Glock 48, I still have a lot of the parts already, because they use a lot of the same pins and parts, even in the different models. One thing I checked about this gun is trying to find parts. Aftermarket support and parts is not very good for this pistol. So I've got to put that out there, and that's why it cannot take the place of a Glock until it meets that standard. But as a pistol, this pistol is like, you know, if I had a stock Glock I had to choose for, and then you take my custom Glock that is customized to my specific points that I like to enhance in a Glock, this one is in between. It's very close to being you know, that pistol that would be it for me, you know, as far as shootability, the way, you know, go to the store, pick one up. I don't want to have to do anything to it, and I want to go out and shoot it and defend my life with it. This would be a top pick for me. You have to understand all that history and stuff. You know, it's hard to get over that, because I know what a Glock would do in the long term, but this gun has been so impressive. I cannot understate how nice this gun is. There's a lot of features, and I'm sure you guys that are interested in CZs, there's a lot of guys that do YouTube videos so much better than me, you know, and I'm not going to try to get into that and try to compete with them. The ambidextrous controls are very nice. The slide release is a little sticky for me, and I think that will break in. To me, this is like having a Glock trigger that's already been enhanced. The break on it, the way it resets, it just reminds me so much of Glock. I was able to, you guys seen that I was able to just start running it from day one, and all that time I had on a Glock trigger transitioned to this pistol, and that's why it shot so well for me. I have done some crazy accurate shooting with this gun. It's very consistent, very accurate. One aspect that a lot of people don't touch on that I think is very impressive is, you know, it's built very beefy. Everything seems to be, you know, a little heavier duty than a Glock, but this gun has had 1,000 rounds, and look at the wear marks on the barrel. Any of you guys can take your Glock out, and you can take, if you've had 100 rounds through your Glock, you'll see this type of wear. This gun's had 1,000 rounds, and it is like, if somebody would have handed me this gun and said, how many rounds have been shot through this gun, I would say less than 100 rounds. I just from my experience with Glock and other guns and the way the finish is. This finish reminds me of the Tennifer of Ode. I don't know what it is, but it's super durable. Look, I've been drawing it from a Kydex holster. You guys know what a Kydex holster does to a gun. So this will definitely be our new go-to gun as far as what we recommend if you're going to go out and get a gun. You know, there's these guys that have got to do the best. They got to spend all the money, and then there's these guys that want the maximum bang for the buck. I think this is the maximum bang for the buck, but wait, there's more. I am already aware that there is an optics ready high-vis night sight edition in the works, or already come out actually, and you know, that is in a compact model too, so I want to try it, and I think that would be an even better deal, because I think this is a tremendous budget gun. You know, I'm talking about, you know, right over $400 to buy this gun. The optics ready, I'm telling you, is going to be retailing around $550, so I'm expecting to buy that gun around $500. Optics ready, night sight. I would have to do absolutely nothing to that gun. This gun, I'd have to put some night sights on it if I want to go to the optic, because my eyes are getting older. The optic is slower for me still. I've been running it for a long time than you know, just on normal irons, but now that I can't see my front sight very well, the optic is so much more accurate for me. It's worth the extra time for me to take to get on that red dot. I think it will become better and better for me as I shoot more and more of it. The metal mags, is a big plus. So I just want to name a couple of things that really stand out about this gun for me. A lot of guys said, man, you got to try it. You got to try it. And I appreciate you guys leading me to it. I do think that is a tremendous gun for the way it shoots. One last thing, the spring. I think the spring has been custom tuned for this gun. Like Glock puts a spring that will shoot any kind of round. And I don't know, I was able to put a lot of cheap ammo through this. I didn't have any problems, but all the cheap ammo that I had is commercially manufactured ammo, so it should run it. And it did run it. Didn't have any malfunctions in all our testing. Everybody that shot it thought it shot great, thought it felt great. Get out and try one. Definitely think it's the best buy for the money. And if you can find one on the used market and score it for less than $400, done deal. All right, guys. Just remember, God bless and watch 6. Let's see what it'll do. What do you think? Nice and slow and see how accurate it is? Or just run it? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I favored to the right a little bit at speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.